You hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I like? Patreon.com/inkdependence keeps this channel ad-free. Hello, folks. Welcome to Inkdependence. I'm Mike, and this is a red pen box. This is spooky season right now, and there is a new Esterbrook pen that is dropping, and I have it to show you. So here is the red Esterbrook box. Nice fabric-y box here for presentation. Inside, you'll find a warranty card that is scannable and maybe a standard international cartridge. Why only maybe? Well, watch and find out. This is the Esterbrook Estie Raven. The Raven is a really beautiful matte black pen. We've got some very shiny black trim on the clip and on these rings here, just under the cap and down here. Wait. What are those? Oh, this is another Raven, and it doesn't have those rings. There's something different about these Ravens. Let's come back to this one in a sec. This is the Esterbrook Estie Raven. Beautiful matte finish, beautiful shiny trim, and they tell me that this matte finish here is not just a coating or something that's can scrape off or whatever. This is actually something they do to the material of the pen itself, and I'm not sure what it is exactly. I've had these pens for a few days and haven't scuffed them or anything, but I don't know, maybe just don't throw them in a box of keys and you'll probably be okay. Opening this up, you'll see there is a nice shiny trim ring there, and you get the really nice bouncy cap here. I love this spring-loaded cap slip-in seal mechanism here, which keeps your nib very nice and undried out for you. Just kind of push it on there, give it a twist, it'll close, but you can feel that resistance, and I always like that. The nib here is a beautiful black Yovo nib with the Esterbrook engraving. That's the double E infinity symbol there for them, and then you'll see the size marking over here on the side. This one happens to be an EF. So really pretty. Opening it up, you'll see the standard international converter. You can also use a cartridge with this, and this is the one that will come with a cartridge. Just kind of pop that on there, fill it up with ink as you would any other pen. So really beautiful pen on its own, but what makes the other one special is, well, kind of apparent when you open it up. So like, let's take the cap off. We've got an ink window here. Huh. An ink window. Weird. We also have, of course, the same beautiful black nib. I've got a little bit of ink on here because I've been using this pen, but beautiful, beautiful pen here. I really like the addition of this ink window, especially because when you unscrew the back of this pen, this has a button. And so I thought maybe it was a button filler. It would have a sack and that sort of thing. That's a classic filling mechanism that was used for a very long time, where you push a button, it compresses a sack, and that's what you use to fill the pen. But it's not. They say this is a button-piston mechanism, and I haven't taken this apart. It does have little flat sides there, so if I had the appropriate size wrench, which I don't, and I wanted to risk marring the finish there, which I don't really, then you could probably remove this mechanism, but I haven't done it, so I can't tell you exactly what's in here. But I will tell you that pushing this piston is actually really satisfying. It's got a nice bounce and spring to it, and when you put the nib in ink, in fact, I'll show you a little video over here of filling the pen. It's actually very satisfying to watch the ink fill up this window. Now, this nib and housing stuff down here is a little bit different than your standard Yovo stuff. You can still unscrew the housing. You can definitely do that. And in fact, I've cleaned this pen twice, and it's been very easy to clean, which was kind of a surprise. I was worried about cleaning one of these, but it's actually very easy. You just unscrew the nib. You actually just put it in water and go like this a bunch of times, and it'll, flush out most of the water. You'll get a little bit of water left in here, but it's probably not a big deal. Honestly, you can just set it out to dry. Or what I've done, because I wanted to clean it more quickly and dry it more quickly, is I unscrew the nib unit here, and then I pull it out. There is actually a little breather tube that's stuck on the end of the nipple. Don't lose that. You do need that. And there is a tiny hole in the back of the nib housing, and that's to let, air transfer and all that sort of thing with this breathing tube. It's a whole apparatus, but you just kind of pull that thing out. It's very easy. And I just kind of blasted water in here with a little blunt tip syringe and then just shook it out, and all the water fell out. So it was actually like super easy to clean, and I was really appreciative of that. Also, it writes super well. So let's do a little writing sample with this, and then I'll show you, I don't know, next to a whole bunch of other pens. Okay, here we have the Esterbrook Estie Raven. in a medium nib. And the ink I'm using here is Robert Oster. $10 green, which is a very nice, bright, springy sort of green. I originally filled this with a red, as you'll see in the little video that I used for filling, but I was just kind of feeling this green. I don't know. I've got a bunch of pens with red right now, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to use scarlet in this pen. I kind of want to like throw some like nice, springy, beautiful green in there because it's fall, and it feels like I want to fight that with some green. So this pen has actually been a joy to write with. I really like the flow and the feel of this nib, and I think that has something to do with the filling system. It does seem like it has a wetter flow than your average Yovo pen, and it feels really nice. You can definitely check the ink level here in this little window as you slosh it back and forth. You'll be able to see through there. Actually, now it wants to have a little bubble of ink there. There it is. I wanted to have a little bubble and make me wrong about this on my own video, but yeah, really pretty. I think this is going to be a really popular pen, and it doesn't cost all that much more than the regular version. I think it's going to be like an extra $50 maybe. So not that bad for a whole different filling system and model of pen with this fun filler and all that jazz. As far as statistics go, this one is a little bit longer than the regular Estie, and it's just a little bit heavier than the regular Estie as well. So let's compare this to a whole bunch of other pens. Okay, so here we have the two Esties, the button piston mechanism, and then the standard Estie right here for the Raven. And you can tell the button piston one is just a little bit longer. When they are capped, this is only about 3 millimeters difference between the two, which is not very much at all. When you uncap them, though, there is a bit more difference between them. It's about 8 millimeters difference between the button piston one and the standard Estie. So if you like a longer pen, and I do most of the time, you're probably going to like the size of this one a little bit better than you do the standard Estie. However, the rest of the dimensions are more or less the same. They are not that much different in weight. The new one, the button piston here, is about 4 grams heavier than the original, which is not much. Also, this has ink in it and this doesn't, so that's probably going to add, I don't know, a gram or so. So very little weight difference actually between these two pens, regardless of the size difference. They are going to be about the same widths. Interestingly, this one does get a bit narrower up here toward the end of the section. It is about 10.5 millimeters, where this one is about 11 millimeters right here at the very end. But by the time they get back here to where they join the body, they are about the same, right about 11.8 millimeters. And since I tend to hold right about here, they feel just about the same to me in terms of section diameter, which is a very important stat for me. All right. Let's look at this next to a whole bunch of other pens. We've got here, this is an Aurora Talentum. Then we've got here another Aurora. Let's just do this. I grabbed these because they're kind of matte black-ish, but they are neither one of them as matte black as the Raven. The Raven is very matte black. I mean, look at the matte here. These still have a shine. I mean, I have used these for years, but they have more of a shine, and I don't think these are going to pick up that shine. So really interesting. You can see that the button piston one is about the same length as a Talentum, a little bit longer than the 88, but you know, very normal sort of size range for those pens. Then let's throw in here, that's another 88. That's the Black Mamba edition. We don't need to see that one. That's the same length and such. This is a Conid Minimalistica, which is about the same size as the standard Esterbrook Estie, a little bit shorter than the Raven here. And then this one's an oldie but a goodie. This is the Tactile Turn Gist, and I just grabbed this because it was also a black kind of matte pen, and it is shorter than all the rest when you don't have it posted. Just because we have other black matte pens here, I also grabbed this Tactile Turn pen. This is one of their seasonals. It's called the Stealth, and it's a beautiful DLC, which is diamond-like carbon or diamond-like coating. I'm not actually sure which one that is. I've heard it both ways. And that is, I think, maybe a little closer to this matte finish. You don't have the light shining on it. It's a little bit closer, but it's not the same. I don't have anything that's matte like this, which is really interesting. And then this is the Schoen Design Smultum pen, which is in black Ultim, and that is polished and not matte, but you know, kind of close-ish. It's actually closer to this Conid, I suppose, but it's got the same, like, you know, depth of color, but it's definitely a lot shinier. So interesting sorts of differences here between these all black pens. There are a lot of all black pens in the world, and these are different from any of the ones that I have. I mean, there's also some shiny ones, I guess man, am I just accidentally falling into the Black Pen Society? Is that what just happened here? I don't know, but these are some of my black pens here, and nothing's exactly like this, so it's pretty cool. So you'll be able to check this one out. Now this goes on sale today, the 12th of October, and you should be able to find it at your favorite Esterbrook retailers. And if it does run out, there will be more. It is not a limited edition. It is just a new edition. So this, I think, is a welcome addition to the Estie family. I love the Estie. It's a great pen, and I have several, and I think I'll be picking this one up. So thank you to Esterbrook for letting me borrow these, and let me know what you think down in the comments there. I really like this filling system. I like the way the pen feels. I think it's good. I'm a fan. I think this is cool, and I'm glad. I'm psyched about it. All right, y'all. I'll see you in another video. Until then, peace out.